Hi, I'm Craig. That's my brother Brad. Welcome to Weekdays with Craig and Brad.
Life is hard, but you can't give up. Let's have a conversation. Weekdays, we're gonna make it today. Weekdays with Craig and Brad.
Episode 110. Here we are, Brad, ready to go. A brand new spot on YouTube, a familiar home over on Twitch.
It's weird because we've been doing this show on your channel for 109 episodes. We decided last episode let's try it over here. And it's my channel. I'm comfortable here, but it feels like a whole new room because I've got subscribers that haven't checked out the show yet. People that don't know who you are, people that haven't seen this side of me, that don't know me very much outside of the music. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. Welcome to Weekdays with Craig and Brad on the 5 times August YouTube channel. So come on in. Hope we have a good show, a good time. 110 episodes. Congratulations, Craig. We made it.
We're just now getting good at this thing. Just now.
Just now. Now we can really go.
That's right.
We can really go. Hey, wait. I got to do this at the top of the show. On this day, June 11th, 1998, what was the number one song in America?
Okay, this is a good question. And I actually have quite a few thoughts here. Quite a few thoughts. My first thought was LFO.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. 97.
Oh, no, ooh, okay, that changes a lot.
Let me fix your, yeah,
that
97.
actually changes quite a lot. 1997, summer of 97. I'm trying to go back to my sophomore into junior year of high school, so I can date myself. I am a man. I am 40. I'm going to go with.
I'm a man.
I'm 40. You know, it's probably something stupid, but I'm going to go with Madonna.
Ooh.
No, Ray of Light was like 99. Never mind. Okay, what was it?
Okay, you ready for this?
Sure.
All right. The number one song on this date in 1997 was.
Oh, really?
To this day, I don't know any of the words to that song. I just, it's like.
Wow. That's good stuff right there.
Hanson, great group of guys, talented guys still going at it today. If you think they were one-hit wonders, think again, because they're still going strong, making better music than ever. Check them out. Hanson Brothers. So Mbop on this day, number one.
Did you know? Check this out. I pulled this up over here. This bad boy. I was curious as we talked about this because my wife knows all the words to the song, unlike you, who knows nothing. So yes, as you said, Hanson is still releasing music. As I delete this ad here down here. And what is Hanson's net worth ahead of the new album release? They had a new album. What would you guess Hanson's net worth is now?
This is just their net worth over the last since 1997. Jeez. I'm gonna go with 20 mil.
Man, that's pretty awesome. I mean, for having essentially a one hit, one major hit when they were like 13, wrong. As I scroll down on my favorite website, otakucart.com/Hanson-net-worth, it says that their net worth is $40 million.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, that's what you get when you had a hit song in the 90s. I collect 0.004 cents per stream on Spotify. So
I've got 0.0, so not a cent, but 0.004 cents. So
it takes it, yeah.
So it takes you how many plays to gain a cent?
I've never bothered with the math because it's pathetic. And that's across the board. Some of them are like 0.005, 0.007. That's like, whoa. But yeah, I got a long way to go till I reach 40 mil. Even if you have a hit song, even if you had today's bop today,
Bob?
you'd have a long way to go to make $40 million.
You said on what
What Spotify?
It's in Spotify. Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me-
royalty rates on the streaming sites are not nice paydays. I've got a check around here somewhere for 19 cents. It costs more to mail royalty checks than the actual check is worth.
Hold on. So just to be clear, $40 million. Let's do some quick math here. $40 million, and you said you're paid for
0.004 cents per stream.
So you essentially add, to make $40 million, you would add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd have to be played, I'm guessing 400, no, maybe 4 billion times to make $40 million, something like that. Either way, the numbers don't really add up. So that's all right.
No, it's a sad situation. I had commented on it on my Twitter yesterday because Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son Hunter, has become a painter. And he's decided that's what he's going to do now. And he's going to have an art show. I heard that he's already sold a painting for like $500,000. So I was just sort of commenting. I was like, Hunter Biden, day one of being a painter, $500,000 per painter. Me, 20 years into songwriting, 0.004 cents on Spotify per stream.
Well, I think, Brad, that really says a lot about your talent compared to Hunter Biden's. How's that sound?
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means. Hunter Biden is tremendously talented. I've never seen his artwork, but I'll tell you this much, Brad.
Yeah.
I guarantee that it's worth did I see like a Picasso was sold for $125,000 and Hunter Biden
Hunter Biden has outsold Picasso.
That's
now
awesome.
I don't know what's going on there, but I don't think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a picture that I've saved of my kids, a piece of art they've made. I'm gonna say, look, if you seriously have $500,000 to drop on a Hunter Biden painting, my kids, you hire all three of them, they will make you something with more soul and honesty and artistic creativity for $500,000. We'll work as a family to sell you a work of art for my kids. And you'll not just be investing into a work of art, you'll be investing into my kids' future. So if you have that money, if you were about to bid on a Hunter Biden painting, rethink again. Reach out to me on one of my socials. We'll make it work.
You know, what's that service that Cameo? One of the things that I wanted to do when we were at Game Attack was I wanted to make the most expensive cameo known to man, charge like $50,000 for a cameo, right? But make it the most incredible cameo in the world. You know, like have explosions and stuff going off, and like real actual explosions, and make them like the greatest thing in the world. I think that's, you know, there's a market for the premium product is all I'm saying, you know?
Yeah. So. A premium cameo where like, you're like, hey, Susie, it's your birthday. And then there's like fireworks going behind you. Right. You've invested in $5,000 worth of fireworks display. And then she's just watching it on her phone. She's like, wow, that's really something. That's
outstanding.
A lot of fireworks.
Video. Wow.
Wow. Like, you paid $50,000 for that.
That's right. That's right. It's over $1,000 a second.
Wow.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I know, like I said, we know that a lot of you guys are watching over on Brad's YouTube channel, 5 Times August YouTube channel. You guys probably have no idea who I am. Just a quick recap. I'm Craig. I'm his brother. And we've seen each other a lot because, you know, we're brothers. And we've been doing this show for a while. This stream is actually this show is actually being streamed on my Twitch channel as well, twitch.tv/stutteringcraig, which is fine. So all you guys who are watching over on Twitch, go over and subscribe to Brad's 5 Times August YouTube channel as well. If you're watching on Brad's 5 Times August YouTube channel, you probably don't care about my Twitch channel because I play video games on it, unless you like to watch Nintendo games at 9 o'clock in the morning. But if you do, if that sounds like a bitchin' time to you, come on over and hit the follow button over on Twitch. That's great. Speaking of Twitch, Tai resubbed tier 1 for 11 months in a row. Tai, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Good to see your face.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from you, Tai.
Alex Howe also came in resubbing tier 1 for 7 months. Says 7 months. Whoop whoop. Nice. And look at this. Adam S. Messenger hit the follow button over on Twitch as well. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. And Josh Rush, my man, resubbed tier 1 for 12 months. Hey, appreciate that, Josh. Good to see you. So look, we're gonna have a great night tonight. One of our favorite staples every week is a segment where we like to highlight you guys and highlight your comments. And it's gonna be a little weird because it's the last time this happened on the last time we had a show was on the Stutter and Craig YouTube channel. But starting next week, it'll be the first time ever for this segment. So for the final time on YouTube.com/StutterandCraig, it's time for the YouTube comment of the day. Now let me tell you, sons of bitches over on 5 Times August. All right,
Whoa!
you guys better get active. Get in the comments right now. One of the best ways to boost the channel, this show, is to comment in the comments. Not the live chat's great, but go in the comments and start going and thumbs up and all that stuff. That's really important. Hey, let's go over check out our final YouTube comment of the day from the Stutter and Craig YouTube channel, coming from NMLS. I've always just butchered this name, so Nimbles, right? Congratulations. It says
Nameless. Nameless.
There it is. What a dummy I am.
Nameless, Greg.
Says, yeah, like it.
Okay.
Yeah, he took out the vowels, didn't he?
Yeah,
he sure did. What
that's
a
how
dummy.
you do it these days.
Well, she should be vowelless. My mom got her first tattoo at 53 or 54. Then shortly after, my father around 57. Remember last week we were talking about tattoos and how everybody seems to get them. Now my little sister and brother, now my little sister and both my parents have several tattoos, and I don't have one, making me the misfit of the family. I never expected that by not having tattoos, you could be the quote radical one or the black sheep. But I guess that's what happens when everyone wants to be unique and special, that the normal people become the actual weird and different ones. So Nameless, very good. Congratulations. I'm going to give you 5,354 points for the age there at the front. That's a lot of points to be divvied out. So Nameless, congratulations. You get the YouTube comment of the day. There's something to that, you know?
Yeah, I had asked that on my Twitter a few weeks ago. I said, am I the only one that doesn't have a tattoo at this point? I feel like tattoos have become a thing, like much a thing, way more than they were in the 90s when we were growing up. If somebody had a tattoo, they were essentially a rock star,
right,
or something like that.
Well, now it's body art, and everybody has them.
Everybody has.
That's fine. I don't care. I think tattoos, whatever. If you want to do tattoos, you want to tat up your body.
You
that's
do the
fine.
right tattoo. You look like a badass.
Right. The problem is a lot of people don't, and by the time they're 70.
That's my theory on tattoos is I don't have any, but if I'm going to get one, I'm going to get one when I'm like 60 or 70. That way it's fresh and still looks good and doesn't have 30 or 40 years of fade and skin stretch on it. That way I can get ripped at 60 and get a tattoo and people are like, whoa, did you see that guy? He's strong and he has a really cool, fresh looking tattoo.
Well, I'll tell you this. Have you ever seen an older person with a tattoo? Because I have, right? So my father-in-law has a tattoo. Now, he got it in the Army, and obviously technology was a lot different back then, right? But he has a tattoo on his shoulder. And the reason why he has the tattoo is because he was in the military. And it was an identifier for if the dog tags were ripped off him, they would know who the bodies were, right? That's the only reason why he has the tattoo.
Wow.
But let me just say this. The tattoo, it is not aged well. Like it doesn't, the ink isn't as bright, the skin isn't as tight. It's just one of those things where I hope everybody who's getting their sweet body art right now eventually, I hope it holds up. Not because I don't care. It's your body. You do whatever you want with it. That's fine.
My brother-in-laws, they all have tattoos and they've got some cool ones. I feel like just some pure naked dude around them. Whatever that means.
I said the only tattoo that I would ever get, and it's way too long, way too past this, and I needed a little more forethought, and then it won't happen again. I thought of this probably 5 years ago, maybe, but the girls had already gotten too big. I wanted to get that, like, how everyone gets their. I think have I talked about this on the show before?
I don't know.
Okay. I wanted to get the kids' heights tattooed on my leg because like you put it on the wall,
Uh-huh.
right? I wanted to get them at certain ages. So
Yeah.
you know that your kid's 36.5 inches tall. So you get a tattoo at 36.5 inches tall, and it says June 7th, 2000, whatever. I think that would actually be pretty cool. I've never
Okay.
seen that done before. If you were going to do that, that's the way I would do it because it's your kids. You see how much they've grown over the time. I think that'd be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that, and I won't do it.
If I got a tattoo, I think I would get a tattoo that enhanced my body. Like I'd get just a shade enough of six pack on my belly, so even when I was out of shape, I still looked like I was strong.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
then
understand
people would be like, "Well, surely it's not a tattoo of a six pack on his belly. That would be ridiculous." They wouldn't question it.
Well, it's funny. Speaking of getting ripped and abs, my goal this year was to have abs by the time I was 40.
Yeah,
Right?
did you ever get one?
I did. I got two, which is
All
great.
right.
I feel pretty good about that. But it's I know where I'm totally derailing this, but starting tomorrow, I last week I saw my trainer, who's my neighbor. I say trainer, my neighbor. Saw my neighbor, and he's like, "Look, if you want to hit your goals, there's still time for you to hit your goals." And so we sat down and we actually talked through a nutrition plan. And starting tomorrow, I have 20. He goes, it'll take you about 28 to 30 days, and you can cut 10 pounds. And we worked out all the math for the calories and everything. And he says if I do that, and it's going to be really hard, but if I do it for like essentially a month, I can get down to 8% body fat, and I'll have some abs, and I'll be able to show everybody.
Whoa. You could debut your abs on this show and inspire a nation.
That was my goal, really. I just wanted to inspire a nation with abs.
The entire nation has been watching Weekdays with Craig and Brad. And so I feel like we have a platform here to really inspire people to work towards abs this year.
Yeah, I think it's important. Yeah.
The Weekdays with Craig and Brad 2021 Ab Challenge. Join up today, support the show, and we will eventually show you all of the abs between Craig and I. Craig probably first before me. And maybe I'll be inspired by Craig's abs, and then I'll get some abs, and then I'll show you my abs, and then you'll want to get abs, and we'll all have abs.
Well, let me tell you this much. Today, knowing that I'm going to eat super well the next month, today I ate like crap.
Oh boy, what did you eat today?
I had 2.5 pizzas.
Whoa. Wait, more information on the pizzas. When you say 2.5 pizzas, are you talking about personal pan size pizzas or 2 Little Caesar hot and readies or?
No, I went to a restaurant. There's a restaurant around here that has it's like for $19 they'll make you like it's essentially a really nice CC's, and they'll make you like these really good pizzas. So I went and spent $20. And I sat down. I was the only one. I told Kristen, I said, "Look, I'm going to go eat pizza right now." So I went by myself to the restaurant. Didn't even bring my kids.
Just
sat down.
marching in with your money. I'm here alone.
I'm ready
I
to
want to
go.
eat some pizza.
So,
Give it to me.
well, it's funny. I sat down and I was like, because it's like a regular restaurant, but they have this like buffet option, right? And it was it wasn't like super busy or anything. So I talked to the guy. Who goes, "Hey, what can I get you?" I was like, "I'm here to eat, man. I'm here to eat." And he's like, "Okay." And so
We can do that for you.
Yeah, it was great. I had 2.5 pizzas, a wide variety. It was excellent because you can split it up. You can put like half of something on one side, half on the other, and I did that, which is great. So
Okay.
I ate that today. Look, I got to be honest, feeling sluggish, feel greasy, but you know what? It's the last time I'm gonna eat like that for a while. Probably added a week onto my workout plan or onto my diet. But you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
So either way,
You had a nice moment with yourself.
yeah,
Sitting there
yeah.
thinking, this is great. I'm going
Like
to
it.
work so hard to get rid of this.
Aiden just goes, "Wow." It's like, wow, 2.5 pizzas. That's right. And I got a haircut today as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
feeling good. Hey, we're talking about a bunch of nonsense. You know what I do want to talk about?
Yeah. Well, that's what we do on the show. Welcome to the show. If you're watching for the first time, we derail quite a bit.
That's right. That's right. Hey, real quick, I want to scroll up to the very first comment real quick. Abby, are you still here? Abby says, "Hi, Brad. I recently discovered this podcast on Craig's channel, and I'm enjoying the episode so far. Well, the parts that I watched. I just kind of skipped around episode, watch them a little bit at a time. I especially love your funny faces at the beginning of episodes. Well, thank you, Abby. Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Abby.
That's great. That's
Real
wonderful.
nice.
That's
I'm glad
great.
you're watching. Yeah, I've got to put together a playlist of our previous episodes and put it on the 5 times August page now.
Yes.
So everybody can sort of catch up on the vibes that we have here on the show. Now, a little backstory on the show. If you're watching for the first time, Craig and I have been doing this show since November of last year. We did 100 straight episodes, 5 days a week for the first 100 episodes for like, what, 5-6 months? It was go, 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 go. And we had built that into your channel, which was essentially a gaming channel. And you had started a gaming, or it was about your gaming career. You're over the last 15 years, and you have been interviewing people as well. Yeah. And now it is too. Basically, all revolved around gaming industry and games. I come on your channel. We do this show. I was not good for your subscribers. I did not go over. Now, Abby. We got Abby. Abby is still with us after all this time. Now, a lot of you are still tuning in through Craig's Twitch channel, and that's fantastic. But I don't know how well I was received over on the YouTube channel. But we ultimately decided, like, look, you started doing more gaming stuff over the last couple of weeks, and it was actually doing good things for your YouTube channel. We were like, why don't we bring the show over to the 5 times August channel? I've never had anything like this on the channel. I'm excited to do it. So let's see where this goes. Yeah. And if what happens, if I start losing subscribers from this show, we're going to know that this show does not need to be around anymore. That 100%. It is not good for anybody.
No. Nobody wants to see weekdays. It'll be no days with Craig and Brad.
No days with Craig and Brad. Craig's over here. Brad's music is over here, but we will not talk to each other anymore. I think if I lose subscribers because of this show and you've lost subscribers because of this show, then what happens is we are not allowed to talk to each other ever again, even offline.
Here, Com says, I don't think people like hearing opinions that weren't theirs. You guys are hitting their stride, or your stride. He said your stride.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Your stride. That's right. Maybe, who knows, Com? I don't know. I think that. I think there's some truth to that. People don't like hearing opinions that they don't like. So people go, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was basically the gist of our show. That once we finally found the mold of our show, we started just basically having conversations based on observation, and that's what we do here. We talk about everything from pop culture to nostalgia from the 80s and 90s. As you can tell behind me, I've got all these dorky action figures and then topical things, what's happening in the world. So you never know. It's a mixed bag. We don't really have a formula. We just hang out and talk, and then we hang out with you guys and talk about whatever.
Hey, before we get into the first real topic, which we are 23 minutes into this tonight, but I want to let you know that I am having a community meetup in Las Vegas, August 23rd, Brad.
Oh.
I don't know if you would like to attend that or not. I know I'm just telling you about this right now, but we're going to be there. It's on a Monday, Monday the 23rd. We're going to go eat at the buffet at the Wynn. Then we're going to hang out for the night. So I'm just saying, maybe the legends would like to see you there. Who knows? But we'll see.
Look, if I'm invited, maybe I'll show up. I haven't ridden on a plane in a year and a half.
Yeah.
I might get blacklisted if I step into an airport.
That's right. Shadowknot resub tier 1 for 6 months over on Twitch. Thank you so much, Shadowknot. Greatly appreciate that. Bro Chacho, hit the follow button. Thank you, Bro Chacho. Awesome. And nice. Invader, thank you so much for resubbing tier 1 for 11 months. 12 total months. Says, woo, 12 months. Thank you so much for that year's support. Greatly appreciate that, Invader. Okay, first question, Brad.
Yeah.
Why are you still on Twitter?
Yeah, I didn't leave.
This was a big deal. You made a big big deal about this. I'm leaving social media. Listen. Yeah. I thought you were a man of your word. I thought you were actually going to do it, Brad.
I didn't at all. I did some soul searching, if you would call it that. No, I had a lot of great conversations. So yeah, a little backstory here. What 2 months ago, right? We do our show. I say, look, I'm getting off social media. It's time to go. I'm going to get off Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we had a great discussion about social media. I took
It's the
some
worst thing in
clips
the
off of
world.
it's pretty terrible, but it doesn't have to be. We just all sort of make it that way. I've always maintained it's a great tool. We just ruin it really, really bad. But I had a lot of great conversations with people, just about what I've been doing with my music, about what kind of voice I have, and they were like, "Now's not the time to leave." And the more I thought about that, uh, I had some conversation where they said, you know what you do is don't be less places, be more places. And so I signed up for a bunch of other social media websites instead of leaving the three, I got on more. And so now I'm on more. Now I'm on Locals, and I'm on Gab, and I'm on Getter, and I'm on oh geez, I can't even keep up with them. But I'm still on Facebook, I'm still on YouTube, and I liked this idea. I like this idea of Craig's like, because for those of you that don't know, Craig left Twitter last year. We had a big old episode about Craig leaving Twitter, and we always actively encourage you guys to leave social media. So here we are. But I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna flip the script now and say, look, don't leave social media. If you've got something to say, start saying it. Start saying it loud, and don't be bullied into leaving. Okay? That's what I'm gonna say. Craig doesn't like this idea. He's like, oh no.
You're just bringing more crap into your life. It's like, God, that sucks.
Well, I'll tell you why I like the crap in my life right now.
Oh,
Because
gross.
I'll tell you let me tell you why I like the crap in my life. Um, it's it's actually fueling a lot of my creativity right now anyway. The more I read what's going on in the world and I keep up with it and I have these different conversations with people, sometimes they're trolls, sometimes they're very intelligent. It keeps my brain tinkering. I don't let it really bother me. I don't really make it crap. I just sort of funnel it into my music. And so I've got a new single coming out in the next 2 weeks. And it's sort of a pumping kind of folky anthem, and it's called I Will Not Be Leaving Quietly. And that's kind of what it's all about. It's about all the censorship that's been going on, all of the muting and suppressing, and how basically, look, I'm just gonna say see ya and have them not care. Those people that are behind the scenes at these social media websites, they don't care if I leave, but they care if I stay. And if I say things louder, and if I post things more that they don't like, they'll care then. And so I'd rather leave like a rock star. I'd rather get kicked out, is what I'm saying, than just sort of leave politely and say, all right, goodbye. I'd rather keep pushing and pushing and see what happens.
Wait, I think that that's a really noble thing for you. I have no interest in that.
I'm doing it
None.
for the world. Now
Good for
listen.
you.
I'm suffering for my art. We all know this. Invader is talking about Out of Your Damn Mind. My last single, the video wouldn't exist without TikTok, and that's very true. I suffered for my art making that video. I had to cull through hundreds of TikTok videos to make that music video, and it was the most mind-numbing thing I had ever experienced making, a music video like that. Because I didn't just take whatever clips. I had to find the right clips, and I had to watch all of those full TikTok videos, and they were horrendous. So I thought about making an edit of Out of Your Damn Mind where I take my music out and I just pull up the audio for every one of those videos.
Right.
Maybe we'll do that on the show next week or something, and we'll
Okay.
debut that. Now I'm not gonna have. I already have another edit of the video that's a safe space censored version where I pulled out the video, because when I debuted the video, either you wanted to watch it and you liked it and you got what I was doing there, or you couldn't even watch it because you were so disturbed by all the people in the video. So I made an edit that basically it's the exact same video, but I put a no search results image right in the middle and took out all of the videos. So that's there for you too.
So you're still on Twitter, huh?
So I'm still there. And you know, I was expecting a lot more backlash when I announced. I basically I had posted this on my Facebook. If you want to share,
sure.
I had left this message in this picture that said, "I will not be leaving quietly," which is the name of the next single.
I see that.
And it just said, "All right, okay, you win for now. I'll stay." I go and I say a lot of these things that I just talked about. But I expected a lot more pushback, a lot more people going like, "Oh, now you're gonna stay." But I got a lot of people just saying, "Hey, I'm glad you didn't leave. I really appreciate you not leaving. I look forward to your posts. I appreciate what you're saying." And so that meant a lot to me. And so thanks for your support. I just want to say that for those of you that are sticking by, not
All
giving
right.
me a hassle.
Well, good
So
for
there
you.
you go. That's why I'm on Twitter. And that's why I'm on Facebook. I'm doing it for the people, Craig. Not for myself. Doing it for the people.
Okay. All right. Just don't bring that evil on me. Just don't bring that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Craig, did you see what's on Twitter?
No.
Well, we're
No,
going
I
to talk
didn't.
about it more today.
No.
That's what this show will be. This show for Craig will be a funnel of
No.
what I see on social media into the show so Craig can react to what's going on in the rest of the world.
I have no interest in dealing with all the nonsense that goes on Twitter. Like Twitter is just this, you know, we've talked about it. It's a vile cesspool of hate, of groupthink, and it's you know like I don't know. My thought is this: you may think that you're doing something right, but the reality is that the people who don't want to hear you have either already probably muted you, or are just going to troll you.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's the fun of
nothing
it.
positive is gonna
So
positive is gonna come of it.
I realized with Twitter or with trolls specifically, people that want to argue with you, like you enjoy video games, and a lot of people enjoy wasting time, like just playing an app game on their phone. I mainly avoid those people, but if somebody strikes my fancy, I will start to engage with them in the same way that you would play a game. And my game is you started it, now you have to block me. And so I will engage back and forth like a game. That's the whole point of the game is like, you're going to sit there and if I've got some free time, I might have that conversation. I find it intellectually challenging and fun. Not really challenging to get them to get to that point where they're like, whatever, screw you, I'm going to block you.
Right,
and then they
right.
think they still think they owned you. but I'm just over there like, I'm just having fun.
Greg Arcade says, "Man, I respect that a lot, man. Excuse me. I pulled all my music in social accounts, but get why you're keeping a presence. That makes one of us, Greg.
You know, it's a double-edged sword because I have been on social media since the early 2000s, and I've seen the benefits of it. We all know the benefits of it. It's a great way to connect with people, but connect with people that you want to have, you know, that you want to create good with, you know,
Sure.
not just connect with people and moan and complain and try to come off as some snooty, arrogant jerk. But
That's awesome. Zen Garamax says, "Hey, it's online multiplayer."
yeah,
That's great. Invader says, "When you get blocked, you know they lost the argument." Here's the problem with that, though, is like, I don't want to be surrounded by arguments all day. I really have no interest in being surrounded by that. But that's
well,
just me.
you know, it's interesting. My Twitter has become a pretty okay place for now. You know, every now and again, like I'll have a tweet that might spring off from retweets, and somebody that doesn't follow me will see it and cause a little, you know, they'll try to say something. But my Twitter community has become pretty good. I've created some good connections there and got some good people following. So, you know, it's my personal Facebook has been the most interesting because that was I collected a lot of friends from doing college shows over a decade ago, and I would do a show at a university, and then I'd get a bunch of Facebook friend requests after the show because we didn't have pages then. We just had personal profiles back then. And so I accumulated thousands. I capped off my friends list where it says like you can't have any more friends at one point. And so I had a whole mix of people. And one of the things that kind of I found interesting at one point was, we've become so divided as a nation that on your social media networks, you've kind of blocked out all of the people that you don't want to talk to anymore. And, a lot the average person has, you've blocked out all this group of people or these friends. My personal Facebook page I found unique because it's so many people I didn't know. Music industry people that, were just acquaintances, connections, not really friends, but thousands of kids that I played shows for when they were in college. And I thought this will be an interesting place to see what happens if I post this, and actually see what kind of conversations happen. So I enjoy the idea of we enjoy it here, real conversation, right? And just having a dialogue back and forth. And so I like watching that, not to cause trouble or ruffle feathers, but to actually see people go back and forth and have conversations. So I don't know.
Chancho resubbed tier 1 for 12 months. Says a full year. Am I really that old? Yes, Chancho, you are. Congratulations, you old fart. The Tick Rules also resubbed tier 1 for 6 months, 8 total months. Thank you so much, Tick Rules. Greatly appreciate you. Good to see you. Well, good for you. I'm glad you're fighting the good fight. Apparently not everybody is, as you wanted to talk about a lawsuit or something. What's going on?
So there is our former president, Donald J. Trump, has he's doing a class action suit with America First Policy Institute. AFPI is a nonprofit research and educational organization that puts America first. This is their Twitter. They had a press conference the other day, and it looks like it was an hour long, announcing a class action lawsuit against big tech. Now they're collecting stories over at what's the website? It is takeonbigtech.com. You can share your story there if you're an influencer, somebody online who has been censored or suppressed. Share your story with them. And I thought this was hilarious. So they had a press conference the other day to announce this, and YouTube this morning removed. They had it right here. YouTube removed our video of the press conference announcing President Donald J. Trump's lawsuit against big tech. And I had just tweeted, what better way for big tech to show they're not censoring anyone than to remove a press conference video stating big tech is censoring people? And I just found the irony astounding.
Of course, that's amazing. Like it's absolutely fascinating that they would do that.
Yeah, like it's a press conference. Like you can make the case for, let's say, conspiracy theories and fake information. If you want to make the case for those videos, you can have a back and forth all day. But a press conference video, right? There's nothing really there to be like, well, we can't have that up. You know what I mean? There's nothing to argue with there. And they did the same thing with, I believe it was Right Side Broadcasting, if I'm not mistaken. They're a news channel that had aired one of Donald Trump's rallies recently, and they were removed from YouTube. They had been, I think they were removed. But
Right Side, obviously conservative.
Right. But the point is, they're just airing a rally and they're removing. It's like you can't even have that guy on you. You can't even have him in your video. And I just find that interesting. So it's obviously happening. I've had it happen myself. The second video I put out this year, Jesus, What Happened to Us, has already been suppressed. It was marked for 18 years and older. We crossed 50,000 views. The video is growing. I noticed, views have slowed down substantially. I found that YouTube had marked it unsuitable for certain audiences for whatever reason. The entire video is news clips and viral videos and things like that. Stuff that's already out there, stuff that's on other YouTube channels, but it was marked and it was removed from the YouTube search engine. And so if you search for Jesus, what happened to us, you wouldn't find it. Now, my workaround on that was that I uploaded it again. Don't tell anybody.
Nice.
So there's two versions on my website, mainly because they suppressed the other one. So it's happening out there. It's happened on Facebook for me, and it's just interesting that there are people out there that are just like, they just go along with it. I've had some conversations with people that some fans of mine. They're like, look, they can do whatever they want to do, and it's like, not at this point. Like, have you heard the customer's always right? Like, maybe they should allow and not. It's just blatant at this point.
Well, okay. Well, when you say the customer's always right, there's customers who think very different ways, right? So they're saying these customers are right. You're wrong, So the
Yeah.
idea of saying the customer's always right isn't necessarily the best analogy, I don't think, because there's a lot of customers who think a lot of different ways, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah, and they look at me, someone like me, perhaps, my content as no shoes, no shirt, no service. It's kind of like that, maybe.
but I think
We don't take your kind in here.
I've been observing from afar, kind of everything that's going on. I mean, it's very clear. Like, I never thought we'd see the day where censorship is this prevalent in America. It's honestly extremely sad. But the crazy thing about it for me is seeing the censorship levied so swiftly, for a certain point of view, but not for another, right? You've seen channels that, we talked about COVID quite extensively, right? And COVID being, the idea that 6 months ago, if you were to say, COVID came from a lab leak or something like that, right? And you'd be booted off the platform, right? But now it's an actual
Right.
real talking
people lost
point,
their
right?
accounts over that.
Right. So is that part of this class action lawsuit?
I think so. Absolutely. That would be a story that you would submit to them, because it clearly, they said something that, the users on those platforms said something that upset, the higher ups or the algorithms or however they had it programmed enough to be removed. But it was not a, it was not factual, if that makes sense. But what they were saying was true, technically, right? So now we're having the discussion. You can say that now, and you won't lose it. It won't be fact checked or make you won't get docked off of the website for it. GK Got Killed said, Brad, I hope you upload to an alt tech site in case YouTube bans you, so we can all access your content. I am on BitChute, Rumble. Those were some of the other ones I couldn't remember earlier. BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey. I had a lot of great suggestions from people on some sites. So my content is there. You can find it. I do have some backups, just to let you know.
Com says it won't be a problem when the floodgates open for lawsuits against social media companies for restricting content and terminating accounts. That'll be interesting to see. When it comes to, because when you hear people speak of the internet as utility, as on the same level of water and heat and electricity, the internet is something that you need, right? Well, where does that stop? Does the internet stop at, in like weather? Does it stop? Does the internet include, or is it just the access to the internet, or what's included on, the idea of what is considered a utility? Just having access to the internet, and it, the whole thing with India and Twitter, and India shutting down Twitter or something like. I heard something about that, and Twitter saying, well, it's a God-given right. It's a given right that people should be able to spread information as they see fit, and it's like, or something along those lines. And it's like, oh, really? Is that right, Twitter? Just the sheer hypocrisy that they have when it comes to certain things. And I think that's really what it's going to come down to. Is India is the second largest, population, maybe number one population in the world, but second largest market in the world for technology right now. And when you have a country like that make, essentially remove a platform like Twitter, like that sends major waves, major waves. Obviously in the United States, the idea of having the First Amendment and free speech is there, but it's not being levied freely for everybody, equally for everybody. So,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to come in and say like, look, we're just going to remove Twitter, because you can't. It's a publicly traded company and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
you can't just say, well, Twitter's gone.
Well,
Like
the thing that I don't understand is that we are actually having to start speaking in code now because knowing that if you say something, your post won't get seen as much. So like when I posted on Facebook, I shared the America First Policy Institute link on my Facebook. I said, my point was this: the fact you can't even type the word vaccine, and I wrote it out in a bunch of, in a weird way. The fact that you can't even type the word vaccine on this platform without having to disguise or misspell it in some ridiculous way to avoid getting flagged or suppressed by the overlords is all you need to know that your free speech is under attack. Now is the time to take on big tech before we're all speaking in code. And that's the thing. That's what's happening, is that now we're watching our words. And the fact that any of us are watching our words means it's under attack. Like, I don't care if you think, hey, look, Facebook can do whatever you want. Like I had some comments like that in regards to that. People that are like, I like that they're taking away conspiracy theories and fake information. I'm like, but it's not just that. It's free thought. If I type the word that I made a post the other day. I didn't even say the word vaccine. I had a post that didn't say anything except the word jab, and I still got the Facebook notification. So jab is in their algorithm now, and that will pop up that little Facebook COVID information link. So it's just interesting to see, and the fact that people don't really take it seriously is kind of sad to see that, because it's clear it's happening. Like people will spell they'll say that instead of vaccine, they'll say dance with Maxine. Have you danced with Maxine? And so it's just ridiculously silly. That's
Right.
all.
It's fun. The Tick Rules guy says, if private companies can do what they want, then we owe the LGBT wedding cake guy an apology. I saw that's a story that's been going on for almost a decade. That the guy I think
Oh,
6, 7,
right.
8
The
years.
guy that didn't want to make the cake,
Right.
or
And
the company that didn't. Yeah, right.
he's like been sued several times. I mean, yeah, it's a private company for sure, but I think that's kind of apples to oranges. I don't think the wedding cake guy is taking government subsidies, and government money to do what they're doing, with like you see it with these social media platforms. I don't think it's necessarily a fair comparison, but I absolutely understand the metaphor that you're using for sure, Tick Rules, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's the amount of governance that you see over things that are said online by nameless, faceless fact checkers. That, like, who are you? What is a fact checker? It's like, I feel like it's the Phantom of the Opera. They got they're hiding behind their capes here, and then they
Right.
fact checker. Where I'm here, congratulations, and that's scary stuff to me. That really is scary. Just the sheer idea that, like, well, yeah, you've been fact checked, son.
Right.
Well, okay, who fact checked me?
Yeah, I had asked that to
based off
somebody.
what facts? Like,
Yeah, I said I would ask how you personally determine what false information and conspiracy theory is. Is it based on a Facebook slapping a warning on an article? Is that all you need? Do you ever fact check the fact checkers? Does anybody? Do you even know who those people are? Do you ever question whether Facebook fact checking can be wrong? Are they wrong? Ever? What's their success rate in telling the truth? 100%? Are you sure? Like, there's so many questions behind the whole fact checking thing. Have you ever met somebody and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Greg Johnson. I'm a independent fact checker."
right,
You know?
right. That's a good question. We should probably, someone should go in and actually get a job as a fact checker and see what that entails. I mean, really, like, how do you get a job as a fact checker? What are the companies that work for, that have these contracts? How do you get a job there and then learn about it? Like that is something somebody absolutely should do it.
Yeah.
Someone should absolutely
Yeah,
do that.
GKS, any job listings for it? Have you ever seen a job listing for a fact checker? Like, not that I'm looking for jobs all the time, but like I don't know. Like, it just seems like such a mysterious job. Like, we all know, oh, there's these fact checkers, but we know nothing about them and who they are and where they come from and how you get that job and what the qualifications are for that job. I just assume it's an intern, that's still in college or just out of college at some company, at a firm, a fact-checking firm. And there's a lot of human error to be made in that.
Well,
And-
here you go. I just found a list of fact-checking website on Indeed.com. Freelance fact checker. I don't see anything for Facebook though. Let's see. This is freelance fact checker for Angie. I don't know what that is, but they're looking to fact checkers. Project on government oversight, Washington D.C. Fact checker. So, anyways,
I just feel like the interview to be a fact checker is in some sort of dark cinder block room with a light shining on you. And they're gonna ask you a bunch of questions about whether or not you're right for the job, like
Right.
in a police type way, you know.
Oh, here you go. Let's see. Maybe not. I just Googled Facebook fact checker jobs, and I don't see anything for that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But why don't we demand these answers? Like, if somebody has fact checked something, there should be a name linked to that fact check, specifically their name and their contact information. Because you can't just put this broad stroke over an article. Like when they say this is mostly false, that also
Right.
means there's truth to it. So what is the truth part to it? Mainly true, partially false. Partially false means mostly true.
Wouldn't that be amazing? When you call a customer, when you call a customer service line, they're like, "Hey, this is Jim. My customer service number is 173526652." If every time you got fact checked, it left some sort of receipt for who did it. It doesn't have to. I don't think you need to have their full name. John Smith, whatever. But it should say fact checked by, whatever company. 73525. So you have record of who fact checked it, right? And it should say why, what specifically, was fact checked. So,
and it's just really hard because I have seen things like that. Though some of them will list their sources, but it just, I don't know. It just doesn't add up sometimes. It just doesn't add.
There's a lot that doesn't add up right now. I feel the last 12, 13 years and really since social media has taken off, I just feel like the world has really spun out of control. It's one of these things where it's great that everybody has a voice, but does everybody really need a voice?
Right.
No, you don't. I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, the idea that you're given, people are like, look, the sky's brown. And it just takes one person to go like, the sky's brown. Then somebody goes, yeah, I guess I could see that. Okay, the sky is kind of brown, right? Then all of a sudden, the sky's brown to some people. And it's like, one of those skies clearly blue. Like, it's clearly blue. But the sky's not brown. Like, no, the sky's brown. I was fact-checked correctly.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
So
have you ever seen those studies where they'll have a group of people in a study classroom? They'll ask them a question. It'll be like 12 people, and one person will be the test subject. Everybody else in the room is in on it, the other 11 people. And they'll ask a question, some basic question like, which one of these lines is the longest? And the answer will be, obviously this one or whatever. And the person that's there will say, oh, it's C, it's the longest one. But everybody else in the room will answer like A, the shortest one.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll keep doing that until to see if the person will eventually just give into the pressure. Or I've seen one where they do a stand-up thing where they put somebody in a waiting room, and they would call somebody's name, and everybody would stand up whenever somebody's name was called to go and leave the waiting room. And so eventually the person would looked around and they were like, why is everybody standing up? Eventually they started standing up with everybody standing up because they just kept seeing it. So I think a lot of that happens now, and a lot of people don't realize it's happened to them. And so they just keep going along with all these different weird changes that are out of control. They're just like, oh, I guess this is what we're doing today. Today is, we've made a new rule today.
Right.
And part of the out of the control aspect of it is, I think I put this is random, but the episode where Ellen came out in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember that and how big of a deal that was?
Sure.
And it was a big deal on national television to have.
I don't remember that, but I know what you speak of. Yes.
Right. So Ellen DeGeneres, the comedian, she had the show Ellen, the 90s. Her character comes out on national television as a lesbian, and it was this big moment. It was a brave thing to do at the time, right? Well, it's like we're taking those little moments, or those big moments in time that were like major things back then, but we're forcing it into almost every hour of every day through social media. Like everybody needs that attention and approval and that acknowledgement and that acceptance, right? And everybody needs to be brave, and everybody needs to be beautiful and correct and accepted. And that's what's kind of causing the chaos, because some people, like you're saying, like maybe not everybody needs to be acknowledged like on the same sort of wavelength. Like of course we all have our purpose,
Right.
but like maybe we don't need to just keep bringing we're going to keep working our way down to the most niche one person who's like, you're not representing me, and we need to change all of the laws and the rules to revolve around me. I like to spread peanut butter on my feet at night and then walk over nails. Like, do you guys have a Facebook group for that? Are you representing me? Do I have a flag for that? The most random thing. I think like we're on a slippery slope. That's what I'm saying.
Look,
What say you, Craig?
I have no problem with peanut butter. People who put peanut butter on their feet and walk on nails.
No,
That's all
hey,
I'm saying.
whoa. Neither do I.
Okay.
If that's your thing, that's great. Just we don't need to. You just do your thing.
Yeah. As long as you don't tell me how I should think, I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
I really don't care. We were talking about the American First thing, and I went to the website and I found that there are. I wanted to learn about their team, so I was like, "Who's on their team?" Linda McMahon. Wrestling fans would know Linda McMahon from WWE, and she actually served on President Trump's cabinet as the administrator for small business for the SBA. But Linda McMahon is the chair of the board. So, like, of all the people, and the irony that they are part of the America First thing is, they're part of a publicly traded company, billionaires, by the way. Just kind of interesting. That's all.
Is Vince McMahon? Is he a friend of the Trump family?
So Donald Trump was actually at WrestleMania. They had a wrestling match, and Donald Trump won the match, and Vince had to shave his head.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's great. So I would love it if she, I know this is dumb to say, but like, I would love to hear her take on Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
The movie?
Of her saying that. Vince McMahon's the guy that says that, right? Let's get ready to rumble.
Vince McMahon owns the WWE. You're thinking of
Doesn't
Bruce
he
Buffer.
say that?
No,
I am?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they're two totally different people.
Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. Not really, because I don't watch wrestling. I just mixed up my people.
Yeah, Vince McMahon is the guy who runs the WWF.
I know who he is. I know his face and everything. I thought he was the guy that said that.
No. You're thinking of Bruce Buffer.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Michael Buffer. I'll pull him up in a second.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael Buffer is the guy who says, "Let's get ready to rumble." No, I'm listen. When you look at them side by side, you can absolutely see it, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Let me
pull him
see
up.
it.
Hold on, Vince McMahon. So here's Vince McMahon. Let me pull this up. Oh, look at this. Here's Vince McMahon next to Donald Trump. Here, I'll just show you this real fast. Here's Vince McMahon next to Donald Trump. There's Vince McMahon, right? Right. And here's Michael Buffer. So you can kind of see it.
Yeah. Two
Yeah.
completely different guys. That's why, yeah, but also the same. Is that Vince
one?
McMahon's real body?
Yeah, man, he's buff.
Holy crud.
But this is what he looks like now. He's like got a lot. He's had a
He
lot.
put
of work
all that
done now.
muscle in his jaw.
He's got a lot of work done and stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, but
Cool.
he's all super cut up. This was probably 15 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty good stuff.
I'll never have a vein that thick sticking out of my body anywhere. But
Yep, Vince McMahon. He's always a workout machine. Look at him go.
wow. Well, that's fantastic. How old is he?
I think he's like 75 now.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go. He's probably stronger than I am at 75.
Yeah. He is currently 75 years old. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Good for Vince. Anyways, his wife is behind the
Yeah.
America First Policy Institute. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
all right.
Well, that's cool.
Look,
Okay.
we've got an hour.
Yeah.
I'm good. And the thing I was going to talk about was a total left turn. So
That's true. Yeah. Well, we can talk about it. We can talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it continues on next week. We'll see what happens. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Well, hey, look, I appreciate everybody that's joined on the YouTube channel, that's tuned in tonight, that's participated. I know it's a new thing. I know it's different. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. You know what? Let's make that our algorithm question. What did you think of the show tonight? Do you want more of this? Let me know, because if it doesn't belong, here, it doesn't belong here.
You should explain what the algorithm is.
So the algorithm is it's a clip that we have. Now we have basically the algorithm on YouTube. The more comments and likes and thumbs up that you give a video, the algorithm will push it up the search results. So we like to feed the algorithm. We like to feed the algorithm. So we're going to play a clip for you here. You're going to visit the comments section and let us know if you like the show, if you want more of it here. And that's what you're going to do during this next segment. Roll it, Craig.
Now?
I'm Al Gore, the voice of your generation. Young people today, let me ask you this. How can we party? The earth is so big, can we party? I'm Al Gore, the voice of your generation. Party.
Linda McMahon is 72 years old. Stephanie McMahon is 44 years old.
44.
That's her.
Wow.
That's her daughter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great.
She's married to Triple H.
Oh, wow. It's a whole wrestling family kind of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's cool.
So, anyways,
I would not get along in that family.
no. Why not?
I don't know anything about wrestling. I just imagine a dinner party and like you bring the wrong boyfriend home or something, or the wrong girlfriend, and they're like, "What do you squat?" And you're like, "I don't know. I just like."
Well, you can talk to Linda McMahon about the America First Policy Institute and how you've been
true.
suppressed.
Yeah, that's true. Now you can do that. Now you can
There
do
you
that
go.
for sure.
Hey, as we finish up real quick, Wolfman rated us with a party of 4. Wolfman, thank you very much. Greatly
fantastic.
appreciate that over there on twitch.tv/stuttering Craig. Wolfman, great on you. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much for that raid. That's awesome.
Cool. Hey, look, we've got one more quick little segment that we've been doing on the show since we began. And when we close out the show tonight, just while I'm thinking about it, let's play our intro instead of our outro, just so
Okay.
people that are new to the channel can see our great intro song that we love so much on the show. All the music that we do share on weekdays with Craig and Brad are just little fun projects that I do. And, maybe we'll do a little bit more music projects. But aside from that, I took a left turn as I started my last sentence, and then I talked about the music. We got one more segment here. This is called What the Heck Is That? You want to play the thing?
What the heck is that?
All right. This is where we show you a picture and you can tell us in the comments, you can tell us in the chat, you can think about it over the next week until we see you again. What is this a picture of? You give it your best guess, and we will reveal it on our next episode 111.
It's a hard 11.
Wow.
Yep. Hard 11 right there. And I'll tell you this, once again, you can only, if you're watching over on Twitch, the only comments that matter are the ones over on youtube.com/5timesaugust. So head on over there and put your comments there on the episode when you find it. My personal guess is that it's Elvis, or specifically the Elvis from Clay Fighter laying down.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. Well, great. Good show, Craig.
Blue Suede Goo was his name.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
That guy. That's a good guess.
Let me hold on. Just so everybody's on the same page. Oh, you know what? I think I got this. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got this. I think I got this. Here we go. There he is. That's him right there.
Oh, nice.
I think I nailed it. There it is, right there.
It could be. We will find out next week on Weekdays with Craig and Brad.
You guys have a great week. We'll see you guys next Sunday night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Life is hard, but you can't give up. Let's have a